Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Left side to Lamb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Here's a give to Dobbins. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he stopped immediately there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw, it's Wentz. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Wentz. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 6-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Line 54. Line 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Going deep for Diggs. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Buffalo. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Jets are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Gano's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
82. Watch the pass. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. In your face.
Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jonathan Grenard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing is Wentz. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
57 to Mike. Man, I got you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It completes it once more to Anderson. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once again with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Young Wei Koo on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Flushed out right. Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
At the 27-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wentz. He'll he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And some space here. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Pat Freiermuth with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
57. Mike. 74. 74. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Wentz going to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Slings this deep for McLaurin. This is caught at the 20. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored point,
and the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jonathan Grenard, getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Second and 16.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and a mile. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Jordan Jenkins. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Dobbins. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point try good by Gano. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bills 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz now to throw. Out left to Anderson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Bills 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Johnson won't return this, so the football will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Going deep for Diggs, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
57's the mic.
Now, Wentz again. Open man, the tight end fells. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check 13.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he is not going to get the 1st down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Johnson to return it. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions. In this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Gun. Stop. Ready.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Jets, they'll wrap up on a high note, but will still finish 3 games below 500 at 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year